Among SA's stand-up comics making waves is a man with multiple alter egos.
Nik Rabinowitz is everyone's favorite South African, Xhosa-speaking Jewish comedian. So you know when we're spending the day with a man famous for his incredible impersonations, we're going to be getting a lot more than we bargained for.
A business science graduate who first worked as a river guide, 13 years in comedy have seen him perform on 4 different continents. If he were a fish, his water would be satire.
Nothing like a cold winter's day surf, eh?
Yeah, it's very refreshing. As you can see, it's very chilled. Most of those guys are just sitting out there. We call it a board meeting. That's pretty much the only board meetings I go to.
Born in Constantia, you grew up on a farm. You've come a long way since then.
Not that long. Only about 12 kilometers that way is the farm. It all started growing up. I was surrounded with Xhosa speakers, and Nonzwa Gazi taught me to speak this Xhosa on her back until one morning when she looked up at me and she said, "Puti, insimu getting heavy," yeah? And she dropped me right there. It was my 17th birthday. I'll never forget it.
Yeah, you know, to the Manchester United coach, I say, yeah, you can't play ball in ballet boots, eh? It's not how you play the game, it's when you play the game.
It's amazing to watch, my man.
Thanks.
Seeing you in action.
Thank you.
Appreciate the talent even more.
We are, as you can see here, in the voice studio, and we're kind of discombobulated from the actual bodies which the voice artists never really get to see. But today is different. I'm actually get inside a puppet today.
By night, he's at events like the Jive Funny Festival, now on at the Baxter Theatre. By day, he's at Both World Studios, working on ZA News, which recently won 3 SAFTA Awards.
It's so amazing for me the amount of effort and creative energy that goes into these fake humans, essentially. Yeah.
Fake humans. Yeah, I mean, as you can see, we've got wardrobe and all their outfits and bling and wigs.
It's a scary place to be at night with heads and wigs.
Personal favorite wig, which I like to get inspiration for doing.
Very sexy.
My Jewish aunt from Camps Bay. Hello, my darling. So, Jonathan, I'm sure our first guest will be familiar to you.
Someone I haven't seen in a while, Peter de Villiers.
Yeah.
How's it, Peter?
Yeah, no, it's fine. Very nice to meet you. Michael, what's your name?
Jonathan.
Jonathan, lovely man. You remind me a bit of someone, you know. Oscar, you look like Oscar, my friend. You know what I tell you? You've also got beautiful guns. Look at those guns, man.
You're a lot friendlier than I remember, Peter.
Yeah, also lovely pics, you know. Did you play rugby?
I did a lot of running as well.
Yeah, nice. The ladies must love it, eh?
I think this is a good time to pull out a little bit and introduce the puppeteers who are hiding behind Peter here, because I hope the camera can pick up just how uncannily real this puppet is.
Well, I'm manipulating this hand and the mouth of the puppet.
Okay.
And Francie next to me is manipulating the other hand and the eyes.
And you guys are just in sync, because it just happens, right?
It pretty much does, yeah, after a lot of practice.
How are you manipulating the eyes? What does that happen?
Well, there's a mechanism,
yes.
and it's got 2 little pumps in it, and the one controls the blinking of the puppet.
Okay, the blinking.
And the other is left and right.
Now, tell me what expression you want.
I want a surprise. Let's go with surprise.
Surprised.
Oh, my word. Yeah, that's right. Okay. And what about, I'll give you a philosophical moment. Behind every successful guy are 2 controlling women.
It's a lot more difficult than it looks, so I'm going to give it back to the pros.
Okay, Jonathan, let's get out of here. I need to go off and do my Percy Montgomery impression.
Nice. Cheers, Peter.
Or is it Caboose? I don't know.
By teasing public figures and roasting those who step out of line, Nik says the show can diffuse tension.
Kanye, how are you?
Hi, Jonathan. Oh,
nice to see you. Do you read a lot of tabloids and everything to keep?
I don't read except my own book. And also I read in The Sun you and I were dating, which is totally untrue. I would never date a younger guy.
And you, Nik, do you read a lot of tabloids?
I don't read the tabloids because the ordinary real stories are, you know, unbelievable as it is.
And also I love you.
Hashtag selfie. Gareth, you ready? Yes, I'm ready. Always ready.
There we go. That's nice of you, Gareth. You don't normally pose for selfies.
Well, it's the least I can do for my fans. It's great to be back on the SABC. I swore I'd never be here again, and look at me now.
Nik, comedy's come such a long way in the last couple of years. You can really express yourself up on stage now.
It is a wonderfully freeing thing when you can get up on a stage and pretty much say anything you like in this country. I mean, people have raised concerns about freedom of expression, but we still are incredibly liberated in terms of what we can say and get away with. As long as it's funny, you see. It's only offensive if it's not funny, Gareth. That's, I think, your problem in some cases. Who's writing your jokes? Well, it's that fat guy in the control room. What's his name again, Jonathan?
Damon.
Damon, please.
Blaming it on Damon, Gareth. That's cowardly.
You know, it's really very sad, Jonathan, that I haven't seen you in church for so very long. You know, it's actually quite mind-boggling.
This is definitely my favorite character. If I think of characters, then this is the one I think of when I think of you. It's really become your signature.
Yes, he's my favorite too.
And he's met his character in real life.
Yes.
What was that like?
Well, it was really quite a strange situation to meet a young, white, Jewish boy playing an archbishop. You know, it's mind-boggling. And I think he was very amused. We had a lot of laughs. Actually, we had quite a long conversation. He commented on his nose. He said, "It's really, it's quite a big nose. Who's got a bigger nose? Who knows?" Anyway, thank you, people of this country, for watching Top Billing, and let us all come together and be one rainbow. You know, they actually found black and white. It's not actually in the rainbow. #my bad.